see if somebody's gonna like the fly to face it. Or, you know, anybody walking, it's like literally 2 foot back, a foot from the side.
Yeah, that's the one. Did you see this in the Bee about William Street?
No.
Read it. Unbelievable. Last week.
Is that when I went to fire park? Okay, yep.
You need the dinger, not the hammer.
For all the public comments.
And you may have to be in charge of that.
I didn't know why this is in front of me today.
Maybe they figured you're having a bad day. You want the dinger?
No, I'm quite all right looking out in the audience.
Okay, the size of the controversy tonight?
So I had to drive to Champlain on Monday. Champlain, New York. Normally for us it's a 6-hour drive. It was 8.5 hours. We had to take the electric car and stop and juice it up 3 times.
But that's the way of the future. Aren't you excited?
Oh, yeah.
You should get a longer extension.
Can you sense the extension, the excitement in my voice?
Yeah. On the way home, on the way back, we made it faster.
Going downhill.
Well, I guess that's it. Certainly wasn't because we were going slower. We were not going slower.
Those things are supposed to be fast.
Coming out of the Adirondack.
Regular.
Well, it was a Mustang GT, also electric. It went from 70 to 105 pretty fast.
Wonder you ran out of juice.
And we didn't even put the lights on. It was.
Why the hell? Well, I guess you're like border patrol, right? So that's why they got Mustangs.
Well, we've got everything. We've got a Mustang, one of them. We've got a Blazer, but not the SS. One of the SS.
We used to have some patents.
Yeah. Chevy or a Jeep Cherokee.
There you go.
But the one Jeep Cherokee is fully plugged in.
Yeah.
That's when we were trying to take them. Not there's some Weeds.
So you take an electric car up to the middle of nowhere where they have no charging stations.
Through the Adirondack.
And they didn't.
Where you're gonna lose cell service and you don't know where the hell you're going anyway.
There's your out.
So you get lost with the battery.
Screen in there. We could maybe put the TV on or something.
That's really,
Yeah.
that's
Lurico, you could grab.
Okay, I have 7 o'clock. If you wouldn't mind, I'm gonna
He's a
stand
fair
and
target.
recite the Pledge of Allegiance.
boy.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, please, Cindy. Here.
Here,
Here. Here.
Here.
Here.
Okay, welcome everyone. It's a meeting of the Planning Board of the Town of Lancaster. Please keep in mind that we are an advisory and recommending board and not a final decision-making body. We will now take a look at the minutes from the September 4th meeting. Any additions, deletions, or comments from the board? Look for a motion to accept.
So moved.
Second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. Great. Move on to our communications list. All right. We'll move on now to our first case of the night, which is Project 1751, Orville's Appliance Warehouse. Hello.
Good evening. Andrew Marino, Trito Engineers, representing Callbacks. With me is Chris Strang.
If you wouldn't mind, tell us about your project again, please.
Sure. The project is the addition of warehousing space on the east end of the existing operating facility. The facility is the proposed building is less than 30 foot tall. We obtained a state variance for the setback requirements, and we can then work with the ordinance then for the setback. We have addressed the fire hammerhead that has to, an extension of the water service, and a hydrant is required, and the hammerhead that's there is going to be relocated all the way to the east property line. The drainage is based on the existing conditions, and it's been a bit of a challenge for me, and I was not able to complete addressing the comments that came from town engineer. However, we are now prepared to finish that portion of the project. I do believe I've addressed the drainage to the extent that it is necessary. And basically what's happening is the existing detention basin that's in place today needs to be enlarged. And in doing so, I'm then able to meet the requirements of the town engineer. The facility addition does not require any new utilities, wastewater, water. And it is a gable roof that has downspouts, and we are collecting those downspouts and putting them into a bioretention basin for water quality and then detention. This will be a Speedies permit for over 1 acre of disturbance with the New York State DEC. That's basically it.
Okay, thank you. And we do understand that the engineering comments would have come not too long ago to you. So understanding that there is some work a little bit of work that has to be done on your end based off of those comments.
And I've completed the work, I just haven't had the opportunity to resubmit it.
Okay. At this point, we'll open up to the board for any questions or comments. None? Okay. Ed, anything from engineering?
Nothing different what I sent out for comments. A couple, they addressed quite a few from the first round. There's only a couple left.
The enlarging of the retention, or is it detention? I can't remember.
Existing detention.
Detention.
Which there is both on the site,
Yeah.
so you know.
We'll take care of the 100-year floodplain issue.
The 100-year runoff issue?
A runoff, I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, it should.
Yeah,
Just-
but we'll see. Right. Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Thank you. Emily, anything from legal?
I don't have anything.
Matt, hello.
Hi.
Building.
Yeah,
I thought we were just doing secret tonight, it's listed on the agenda, but I did issue comment letters for September 11th. I prefer we wait until the responses to those have been addressed, particularly the discussion about the hammerhead. I need comment from that fire chief to make sure his apparatus is going to work with that not obtuse, the acute angle, right?
Correct.
And I think that was all.
Okay, thank you.
If I may,
Yes, sir?
the parcel mergers hadn't happened yet as of September 11th. As it is right now at the county level, we're still two separate tax parcels that should probably have been done 2 projects ago, but still not done. So, I mean,
It's not showing up as,
it's not, it's still 2 separate tax parcels.
okay, understood.
It's a combined survey, remove the property line.
No, we have to go file a deed down at the Erie County Clerk's Office combining the 2 tax parcels to make it one.
It's an Orvis thing that we told them to do.
Take care of it.
Long ago.
So technically, that CO is a valid.
Well.
Until the
let's
combination's made.
Yeah, let's just get through that small stuff.
Sure. Yep. Okay. It's definitely something that's going to have to be addressed, but as Matt said, we're on the agenda, we're just here to talk about seeker, so we'll just try to stick to our agenda and focus on that. Actually, at this point, I'll open up to the public for any comments.
We are the public.
I understand, I just want to make sure that
Thank you.
especially for the camera too, make sure that the public does see that we are trying to encourage any participation and remain, from the town's perspective, we make sure that we remain as transparent as possible. That was our key word there for the night.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Appreciate
And we ring the bell. Okay. At this point, we'll go over to seeker then. Short form, I believe, right? Will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulations? No. Will the proposed action result in a change in the use or intensity of the use of land? No. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community? No. 4 is not applicable. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change in existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway? No. Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities? No. Will the proposed action impact existing public or private water supplies? No. Public or private wastewater treatment utilities? No. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources? No. Will the proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources? No. Will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems? No. Will the proposed action create a hazard to environmental resources or human health? No. And as far as you're concerned, are we?
The only question I have is, with the 33,000 square foot building, right, what's your anticipated increase in truck traffic, do you think?
I did not.
They didn't say that
No.
increasing employees or traffic.
Yeah.
They're not increasing employees at all?
No.
Oh, all right, well then, I guess we need more truck traffic.
Yeah, I don't know if that equates.
Yeah, well, yeah, it could just be more storage, which is fine.
Correct.
It is more storage.
All right.
At this point, we'll look to the board for a motion.
Motion to neg deck, seeker. I'll second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? We'll make our recommendation to the town board for a negative declaration. Thank you on that one. I know you're not going anywhere. We'll now move on to our next project. Let me just change the page here. Project number 2355, Jag Electric.
Okay. I'm going to start this one with the same premise that I've addressed town engineer comments. However, I still have some drainage concerns that I need to address. The project is 4412 Walden Avenue. It is for Jag Electrical and Control, which is a manufacturer of electronical components. Shipping and manufacturing kind of hand in hand. The facility does not have frontage on Walden Avenue. Facility is accessed through an easement from Ward Road. Roughly 8-acre parcel is basically a flag lot then. However, we're proposing this one-story, 63,800 square foot manufacturing facility with an office, and it has paved parking for 3 shifts of employees. It has new utility services proposed, all from Ward Road, wastewater, stormwater, and water taps, all through county. The applications for such are all going to go in this week. Talk about truck traffic. We didn't really get an idea that there was much truck traffic. However, it is a 24-hour operation where they, manufacture. They bring in parts and then they manufacture them and they deliver components for installation. So the number of trucks has not been determined, but we believe it's not more than 10 a day. So we want to.
Substantially less than 10 days.
Is substantially less? Should I say 5 a day?
5 a day would be.
We'll put 5 a day on the record. Trying to base it on their current operations on Commerce Drive. Either way, I don't think that trips any sort of traffic thresholds.
Lancaster Parkway.
Lancaster Parkway, sorry, wrong place. The comments that I got from Mr. Schiller, I do have to address still and resubmit. And I'm sure I've addressed them all. Again, I'm having a little bit of trouble with, we switched to a wet pond design, a retention pond, and there's not a lot of space for it. So I'm working my best to increase that pond size to meet the requirements of the town. The speedies permit that is required for this, over 1 acre, will also be addressed as part of this reapplication. And I mentioned all the county utility connections that need to be made. If there's any other questions about the operations, I can have Mr. Strang address that. Otherwise, that's about it for the
Okay, thank you.
presentation. You're welcome.
Thank you. At this point, we'll open up to the board for any questions or comments.
I just have a question. Do you have I went over the landscaping plan, and I don't have any comments about that specifically, but is there a maintenance agreement to, if you plant all that stuff and they plant it now, and then tomorrow it's going to die, for example? And do you have a plan or an agreement to replace anything, or have a maintenance plan approved, takes care of stuff?
The owner will be responsible for the maintenance of landscaping, and he'll be given the first a 1-year warranty on any new plants, and then the maintenance agreement would be just between his landscaper and himself. I don't know that there's a bond requirement with the town.
I don't know what the town wants to require, but I think anything you have should be filed with the town too.
I don't know that I've ever done that.
Landscape maintenance.
Well-
These would be going in next.
Oh, I know, whenever you're done. But I was just at another place where part of the stormwater included a batch of trees in their parking lot, where they had some, and out of 50 trees, there's two left, and they have no plans to bring it back. It's a hotel.
Okay.
So understanding that we are
So
here
I'm
for
just
the,
saying, we do look, and
Right.
and we do, when something comes back to us, Anderson's Ice Cream, for example, and they come back to us, I ask them to take a look at their plan and replace things where clouds have knocked down or whatever. I'm just bring that up. And the other thing that Matt had mentioned was with this easement agreement, who owns the property that the driveway is on?
The owner of this parcel, apparently.
That's
my understanding.
Part of it, but maintain access through construction on a piece of property to get to it that. you know,
Yes, we're going to have to basically cleave that driveway in half so that they can operate through construction.
You guys think that's a good idea? It's not like a shared driveway.
So again,
Fence down the middle.
we are here for seeker, but it is good that you hear these comments
I
because
want to bring it up.
you're going to be coming back in front of us, and these are things that we're going to look to be addressed at that point.
Yeah,
Sure.
thank you. I want to bring it up because one of the comments that Matt had made was trying to find a way to maybe make some kind of a cul-de-sac or something where Ward Road town owns. Who would be responsible for doing that? I mean, we can't put the burden of all that on this applicant, but on the other hand, we have other applicants that have rolled right through. And at some point, whether it's the town has to come back to the eminent domain and acquire property and make that a town road or something, I just want to bring it up, because at some point, I don't think this is great.
Well, this is a shared access road right now.
Right, I know that.
For other companies, so now it would just be for a third. And I thought I had read in some of the paperwork, and I'm not aware, but that once the former owner, Palmer and Accio, 4412 Alden, constructed that road, it was to be deeded to the town.
Ward,
The town maintains it now and plows it.
Ward Road is a town road.
That
Town,
road, the extension.
yeah, how much Ward Road?
To the T turnaround.
Well, where's the T-turn? I'm not so sure I understand that the T-turns,
T-turnaround is the right of way. The town does not maintain anything east or west of that T-turnaround.
right.
Right.
But the road continues.
The driveways continue.
It's a driveway.
The driveway.
It is a driveway.
Private driveway.
Yeah,
No
driveways.
infrastructure, there's no.
Yeah, well,
And was never deeded to the town.
Not the driveway.
that's,
At 30 days
I don't
after
think
it
it
was
was.
constructed. But I you know.
it's not this applicant's responsibility to take care of all of it. But at some point, the town may want to take a hard look at what's going on there and try and figure out a plan to extend Ward Road as a town road, maybe. 'Cause all you need is one of these agreements to somehow, something happen and you're all going down little skinny driveways. So, anyway, I liked your, landscape plan. You had some.
Thank you.
You had something different, which was surprising. You had, elm trees. I guess my last question is, all this Americana, of course, I have one at home that I have treated every year, the Dutch
Okay.
elm.
Okay.
Is this variety resistant, or do you have?
It is resistant. No, it's resistant.
Might
Yeah.
want to put it in your maintenance agreement that they have to be treated every year. They won't last.
He said it's resistant.
They're
It
resistant.
is resistant?
That particular brand is, yes.
Okay. I'm
But
sorry, I didn't hear what you
I
said.
take into account the maintenance agreement. I totally agree. So, if I may, is in regards to the Speedies permit, right? There's plantings that have to be made for water quality
Right.
concerns, and if I'm using trees, those would be, a need to maintain and establish and then maintain them. True with any property, though.
Sure.
So
Sure.
I know what you're relating to. Other towns have bonds that are necessary before you can get your C of O. So if that's what you're alluding to,
I'm I'm not trying to push you into that. I'm just making it aware that when things don't survive, that responsibility goes back to the property owner.
And again, it's just for a conversation for another day.
Right.
Sure,
far as that-
next meeting,
Now,
understood.
You're ready, if I hit you at the last minute, then it's like, why didn't you bring this up before? So, I'm good.
Any other questions or comments from the board? Ed?
Nothing more than, Andy's already got the comments and he's working on them, so.
Emily? Matt?
Again, it's, still waiting for a couple of the responses from the comment letter that was sent March 6th.
It behooves you to make sure you take a look at all that documentation from the town engineer, from the code enforcement official before we proceed. So anything else?
We're almost ready to resubmit.
Okay, great. I think at this point, we'll open up seeker. Short form again?
Okay, fine.
Yep. Will the proposed action create a material conflict with an adopted land use plan or zoning regulations? No. Will the proposed action result in a change in the use or intensity of the use of land?
This is one of those weird questions. It's vacant land, of course it's going to be a different use than the vacant land, but it fits the zoning, so the answer must be no. We've always just said no, and I don't understand the question. So no.
Okay. Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of the existing community?
No.
Will the proposed action result in an adverse change in the existing level of traffic or affect existing infrastructure for mass transit, biking, or walkway?
No.
Will the proposed action cause an increase in the use of energy and it fails to incorporate reasonably available energy conservation or renewable energy opportunities?
No.
Will the proposed action impact existing public or private water supplies?
No.
Public or private wastewater treatment utilities?
No.
Will the proposed action impair the character or quality of important historic, archaeological, architectural, or aesthetic resources? Will the proposed action result in an adverse change to natural resources?
No.
Will the proposed action result in an increase in the potential for erosion, flooding, or drainage problems?
No.
Will the proposed action create a hazard to the environmental resources or human health?
No.
Ed, do you think we're ready to move to have a motion on this, or are we gonna?
For seeker?
Yeah, for seeker.
I think seeker's okay.
Okay. So at this point, we'll look for a motion for the board.
I'll move for a negative declaration.
Anyone care to second? I'll second. Tony can second. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. We will make our recommendation for the town board for a negative declaration. Seeker. Thank you. We'll be seeing you again.
Yes.
Anything that the board would like to discuss? Nothing? Okay. Ed, anything else from engineering?
No?
Emily, anything from legal?
Not tonight.
Matt, anything from building?
No, sir.
Okay, at this point, I will make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, say no. Meeting adjourned.
Pop-Tarts.
Yeah.
tell you,
Next meeting?
people down there, it's like herding cats. How hard is it?
October 2nd.
Okay, great.
See you next time.
See you October 2nd.
You had sand as a material?
Bells on.
Difficult would it be to?
I should be hopping a plane at Abu Dhabi the very next morning.
Really?
Yeah,
No, it's not huge, it's just, don't take a pager with you.
10, yeah, I know. no
We can do it here,
10
but
days, I think, or
it'd
11.
probably be easier too, though, if
I'll be
we,
back before the next meeting.